Sports. It's in the game.
Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out to I never switch.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready! 10 logo. Right here. Bang!
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Kamara trying to right side. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
20. I'm here all day.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Back. Hold on. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Cut. 120. Defense wins championships, baby. Two. Maverick.
Just beating the play clock is gone. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Kroon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Me and you all day. Go. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Gall. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Another nice move, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Raiders nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, they scared. Check not. Value three.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey. Be good. Ric Flair.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
At the Raiders' 41-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Raiders nothing.
Set up. 70, Indy.
Here we go. Alert 3.
Now.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Go. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on. Hey, Haywood. Mike's 43. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Check three. Shell. 55. Hey, exit. 55's Mike.
Out of the gun. Gone. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now gone. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Cornell.
Here's gone. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hold on. Check.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Watch the run. Hey, wahoo. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Tiger.
A shotgun snap for gone. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
They'll set up to throw. And he connects with Ertz. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Coming to you. Coming to you.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready? Single, 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 single. I got 15. I got 15. Ricky. DC. Crunch. Mike 55. Hey, 5. Exit. 55. Hey, seam 6.
On 2nd down and 4. Goff. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Ready. 57. Pilot, 64. Wait. Go. 57. Mike. Bravo. Watch the run. Five.
Looking to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, Shell.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Cut. 120. Check 55 to Mike. I smell fear in that. Hell, you won. I smell fear in that offense. Kill. 17. 55. Hey, eat. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, Delta. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Alvin Kamara, 91 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 55, mark, guys, 55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
On 1st and 10, Goff is going to find his running back. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
We go, 76, 76. Watch 55. Arnie, Arnie. Hey, Echo. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Mike 55.
Here's Goff. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
DC, DC.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Gone. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
11. Mike 55, Mike 55.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Super one. Go, 12, go.
Mike 55. Check 55, Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, check right.
Goff throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
We're good. We're good.
Don't get nervous.
Hard ball. Hard ball. 5. 55.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Past the 20. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Eckler. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word against symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Here we go. 8, read.
So we got man. Watch twitch. Watch it go.
Now Eckler. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Man moving. You gotta get that. 57's the mic. 50.
Hey, shoot.
Come on, 57's the mic.
Back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Close. Hey, Alpha.
Here it comes. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, T. Here I come.
Maverick.
Now it's gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Maverick, whoa. 93's the mic.
Goff now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, Charlie.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Ric Flair. Come. Hey, kill. Go.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. It's been a long day for you. Check. 93's the mic.
Again, gone. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check 24.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. We own them.
Hey, Haywood.
Check. 93's the mic.
Obama.
Come on, QB. Come on. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. You gonna see me in your night.
Throwing again is gone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Harbaugh.
Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
Hey, exit.
Mike 55. Mike.
To the air again. Gone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. time scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Ready? 70, Indy. Watch out, watch out. Tie it right. 4 down.
Again, it's Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
I don't think you got it, son. Check nickel. General West. It's a safety creek.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 60 or. All right, T, let's go. Snap.
Running with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Out. Come on. Check 43.
They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Slam. Through draw Corker. Louis. Hey. High 7.
On 2nd and 10, gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Ric Flair.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
12.
Hey, here I come.
Out of the gun, gone. There's that man again, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
20. 55. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, Shell. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Goff now looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Value 3. Smoke. 55, Mike 55.
Here's Goff. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hold on. Check. Mike 55. So don't say no. Hey, seam 6. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Here we go. Check. Hey, 5.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
2 for 1. 80 weapons. 12.
From the 50, it's gone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
61, Matchbox Light.
They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Get it.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On the double.
45 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want
2nd and 10 coming up.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator. Stay with your man. Ready, ready.
Now Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. Bravo. Hey, rock it. Rock it.
They'll look to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage? You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Blue there. He's coming.
Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, stand off.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
We'll go.